Hey Cam Fam, welcome back to the channel. This is new mom Camille call welcoming you to the channel. Please make sure you're already subscribed and you've clicked on that bell button so you're always notified whenever I have new videos like this one. So, it is officially, what date is it today that I'm filming this? I don't even know. Hey Google, what date is it today? It is April 6th today, which means it has been 14 days. Tama ba? Wait, let me just do by math. I'm just 14 days, correct. So it's officially 14 days since giving birth to Sienna, and it has been a hectic few days. I'm not complaining, but I will bring you guys with me, like how it is so far, like what's our routine so far, and also I'll be talking about how I've been recovering. If you've seen my last vlog, then you know that I gave birth via C-section, so I am still in recovery, and I'm gonna show you like how I'm doing my Getlai, which is a huge part of my recovery as well. Getlai is Chinese confinement, which I'll talk about more as well, but I'll just sit down because this standing up position is not comfortable for my core. Oh, okay, now I'm seated and I've got my brekkie over here. So I am gonna eat my breakfast first, and I will explain also why I have so many tumblers here with me. So I will eat first before the little one starts crying and asking for the boobie. Okay, so now I've officially finished my breakfast. It's been 14 days since giving birth. I feel much more energetic now. I can finally move freely without anyone assisting me. I can go from a lying down position to a sitting up position much more easily as well. I can bend, I can walk around easily, and that's great. That's why I figured that it is time for me to vlog my recovery. Yeah, so what have I been doing lately? Number one is I'm not doing a lot of like strenuous activities. I really try to conserve my energy, which is why I'm confined in this bedroom. I've also been continuing my vitamins because you guys know that I'm really into like supplements and holistic living, like trying my best not to take any like medicine, just really making sure to restore my body's health through proper nutrition and through proper intake of supplements. So a lot of you always ask me, even when I was still pregnant, like what supplements do I take? So I still am taking almost the same prenatal vitamins that I'm taking. So yeah, now I'm currently taking Puritan's Pride. Of course, before I started taking this, I checked with my OB first when I was still pregnant, and also now postpartum if it's okay because I am breastfeeding and everything else. And yeah, she's completely familiar with Puritan's Pride. It's like one of those iconic brands, which is why she's completely okay with me taking this brand. I used to be taking like a different brand before, but they're just so much more expensive. And then I looked at the nutritional facts, like the supplement facts on the bottle, and they're kind of like the same naman. So I went with Puritan's Pride anyways because it's so much more affordable and it's also as effective. The first vitamin that I always take is vitamin C. I've been taking this even before I was pregnant, and especially before because I travel a lot, right? So I really had to boost my immune system. There was a time in my life when my immune system was so low. And that's also why I kept getting so much allergies, because at the end of the day, allergies it's a kind of an autoimmune disease, and that is why, you know, I get less allergies. I'm less sensitive when my immune system is up. So vitamin C is one of like those vitamins that you really need to keep your immune system up. It's also great for antioxidants, and also it's got rose hips, which improves the absorption of the vitamin C, and that is why I love it. And also there are some vitamin C's that cause some acidity. This one I'm fine with. You don't need to worry about that. Then the second thing that I take is of course multivitamins. So this is the ABC Plus multivitamins by Puritan's Pride. So it's super duper complete. It's got vitamin A, C, D, E, K, vitamin B1, B2, niacin, vitamin B6, basically everything. So I really try my best to check these mga supplement facts on the bottle because I don't want to also overdose on certain things. But this is just like the right dosage, and it's a nice supplement to all my other vitamins, just to make sure that I get all the vitamins that I need for my body to fully recuperate. Because of course, if you go through a C-section, because it's really like such a major surgery and your life is really on the line, you lose so much blood, like it takes away so much from your body and your immune system and your health and everything else. So you really need to help your body get that strength back. And that is why I'm all about taking all the vitamins. I take so much vitamins. Di pa tayo tapos. Dalawa pa lang yan. And then I also take zinc, which I also checked with my doctor. And she said, yeah, zinc is no problem. Pregnant or breastfeeding, no problem. If you noticed, sobra siyang sumikat during this time because doctors always recommend vitamin C and zinc to really boost your immune system. So we're all about boosting again our immune system, especially now. This is really our strongest weapon aside from staying at home or when we go out, like putting on a mask and protecting ourselves. It's also really important to protect ourselves by investing on our health. So zinc and vitamin C, they work so well together. This also promotes healthy vision, skin, and smell. So that's why if you also see mga skincare vlogs, they also really recommend always to take zinc. I used to not take vitamin D3 until I got pregnant, but I did have very low vitamin D when I had my last blood test before getting pregnant. So this is really important. It's only 400 IU. This is the one that I take. But before, when I was pregnant, my OB required like such a high amount of vitamin D3. Like it was around 5,000, 4,000. So I was like on overdose of vitamin D3. And I was told that this is a fat-soluble supplement. So you have to be careful with that. If you overdose, then it can affect your skin, which is what happened to me. Which is why I'm so happy with this dosage. That it's just 400 IU. It's just the right daily amount of vitamin D3 that I need. It's also not vitamin D2 because vitamin D3 is actually, it's a more potent and bioavailable form of vitamin D2. So this is so much better. Oh, and omega-3, which is so beautiful for your skin, but also not just for your skin, but anti-aging benefits, also for your heart health, also for weight loss, but I don't really use it for that. But if that's your problem, then omega-3 is also for you. So this is something that I take for myself. I've been taking this ever since getting pregnant and then also postpartum. But I think if you're pregnant, you're supposed to stop this around week 36 and then resume when for your postpartum recovery. Do not chew. You will regret because it is fish oil. So yeah, as you can see, I take a lot of Puritan's Pride because again, it's known for its quality, but yet it is affordable. So it's great value for money. It's also one of the leading brands in the US and it's super readily available here in the Philippines. You can get it from Lazada, Shopee, Watson's, Beauty Manila, Zalora, and they also have their own website. So that's what I take every morning and every night, every single day. If you check out Puritan's Pride, they also actually have supplements for breastfeeding na. Like they also have fenugreek, which I also have here. And they have a lot of different types of supplements also for other needs. We actually also have melatonin, but I don't need this because it's so easy for me to sleep now, especially with a baby schedule. So I don't really need to take melatonin to help me go to sleep. But this is Yanni's bestie. When we are too noisy here, at least he doesn't get woken up as long as he takes the melatonin. So yeah, so there. Sienna has been so nice. Like I feel like she knows that I'm doing my vlog today, so she's not waking up yet. It's already been 3 hours. I have to wake her up for her next breastfeeding sesh. So that has been our schedule lately. We're pretty fortunate because we have a midwife with us and a yaya supposedly, but we just lost our yaya, so now we only have a midwife. And our midwife helps me and Yoni to learn new things like newborn essentials, taking care of newborn. Also, she's here to help us train our yaya because she's not really a newborn yaya. But then again, we lost our yaya, so we have to look for a new one. So we're really fortunate we have a midwife. She helps us during the night shift. That is why I feel like I am still kind of well rested, relatively speaking. So in the mornings, I always watch Sienna during the day. So Yoni and I watch her. We're always just here in the room. We really team up to do certain things, like he gets the poop duty, I get the boob duty, and then in between, whenever she needs to be caressed or she's crying and we need to carry her and walk her around, then we take turns as well. So that has been great. And then I would sometimes take a nap around 1 p.m. to like 2 p.m. because that's usually the time that Sienna is like always knocked out. That's one of the things people have told me before Sienna came out, like everyone was saying that follow your baby's schedule. If she's sleeping, go to sleep as well. Get someone to watch your baby so that you get to rest. And when she's awake, you're also awake. So at least you get those little naps in. And then at night, we've been really fortunate because she does go like 4 hours straight of just sleeping, which is great because then I usually just wake up like twice at night. Our schedule is usually I feed her around like maybe I go to sleep or I fall asleep. We do our last feed before I fall asleep actually. So it's around 10 or 11. And then her next feeding would be around maybe 2 to 3 a.m. So that's the one time that I wake up in the middle of my sleep. And then the next feeding would be around like 5 or 6 a.m. I count myself fortunate because it's really such a good schedule already. I feel well rested. So our midwife is during the night shift. So she's the one who takes care of her poop and her diaper changes. So she wakes me up during these night feedings because I am still trying my best not to bottle feed Sienna. I want to direct feed as much as I can since, you know, that's one of the good sides of staying at home and working from home, and I get to direct feed her as much as I can, and I really want to prolong that. And then now let's talk about my gelai, which is Chinese confinement. I've been talking about it a lot on my Instagram stories, and that is why a lot of you have been so curious about it and have asked me to make a vlog. So full disclosure, I've only taken a bath once since giving birth. Insert clip here. Originally, you're not supposed to take a bath if you're doing gelai. But since COVID, I have to take a bath. But my sister prepared this ginger lemongrass bath that I'm supposed to use for my first bath from the hospital. You can't take a bath for long though, so I have to be really quick though. And it's also really warm, it cannot be cold. Also smells really good, and she says that it's also kind of like how you cook tinolang manok. So this is me. Tinola a la Camille. So usually, if we're not in the middle of a pandemic, we're not allowed to take a bath at all from giving birth, like none. No taking bath. But because of COVID-19 and we want to be safe, you came from the hospital, then now they've adjusted it and said, okay, you can take a bath once just to make sure that you're clean and you didn't bring any virus home. So what we did was to still try our best to stick to the gelai practices. If you research kasi Chinese confinement, there's a lot of different kinds. So if you research like the Malaysian or Singaporean versions, they actually do allow you to take a bath, but you have to take a bath in this boiled mixture. Like they boil either ginger with lemongrass or boil something else, like there's an herbal bath for it. So that's what my sister did. She boiled ginger and lemongrass and then put it in a tub. Originally she wanted me to lie down in that tub, but I couldn't because I was just fresh from the hospital. It was hard for me to lie down and then stand up. So if it was that low of a surface that I was gonna lie down on, it's gonna be even harder. So it might just be, I don't know, it might be catastrophic. Dramatic. So yeah, so that is why I was just sitting on a chair, and then Yoni and my sister were the ones helping me bathe. And it was like really warm water because for gelai, the point is to really keep you warm. You need to trap heat inside your body because they're saying that after giving birth, you're in a cold state. The point or the goal of gelai is to restore the chi or the balance in your body. That's why everything that you take in and everything that you do should be heated or warm. If you're really strict, you're not allowed to wash your hands. Basically, you're not allowed to get anything wet. There's a lot of different beliefs. Like my mom would say that is why she became like pasmado, or like she would get chills at night. It's so easy for her to get cold because she didn't follow that part of her gelai. That's what she was saying. So yeah, so that was my first glorious bath. And then after that, I haven't taken a bath yet. This is purely not fresh hair, not fresh body. What I would do every single day is to do like sponge wipe down. So I would get like a wet washcloth. I would soak it in warm water and just wipe down my entire body really, really quickly to feel fresh. And then for my hair, I'm trying my best not to wash it yet. So that's why it's always in a bun as well. If I really can't take it anymore, then I'm gonna try out this no rinse shampoo that was given to me by Milk and Honey. It's a no rinse shampoo, so I don't know how well this works. So we're gonna try this out also soon. It's apparently what astronauts use. It's officially endorsed by NASA. So NASA, na 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 na. I'ma need space, I'ma need space, na na. Anyway. Why not dry shampoo? Sometimes kasi the dry shampoo makes your hair feel stickier and harder. That's why I'm trying my best not to put anything in my hair just to keep it up. It's not getting oily yet for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm staying in an air-conditioned room the entire day, because I have been hearing rumors that it's 40 degrees outside. So no way am I gonna walk out of this room. Nope. Originally, also, you're not allowed to be in a fully conditioned room because, again, you are in a cold state. But guys, you guys know me, my skin is so thick. I need the cold in my life. You know, Elsa is shaking because you guys know that the cold never bothered me anyway. And I feel like Sienna is the same. She actually gets rashes and all these like weird bumps in her body from sweat. So she doesn't like heat. Sorry, Hubs. The Hubs is very disappointed about this. So I really need to stay in this air-conditioned room. Well, not just for me, because Sienna also needs it because, again, she doesn't like heat and she gets rashes and all that. So also, the main point is really for the mom to rest. So that is why if you're doing Gelai, they always just tell you to stay in the confines of your room. You're not supposed to be walking around. You're not supposed to be exercising. You're not supposed to be going up and down the stairs, which I did do. I went down because I really wanted to at least like go down the house like once, at least man lang every day. But then I was reprimanded by my best friends and they told me, you're not supposed to do that. You just did a C-section. Just stay in your room. No stairs. Follow Gelai. So yan. I am again stuck in this room. So I'm just walking around the room here, just being active here in the room. And then another huge thing from Gelai is that you're supposed to be drinking a lot of these teas, which I've already started drinking when I was still in the hospital. I got 2 teas, one from Gelai PH and another one by Essentials, which is available from Mighty Baby. So I've been drinking so much because usually like one brand is enough for you, but my sister is just OA. So she sends me both Essentials and Gelai PH. So that is why I am on an endless like diet of teas. So I have like this tea here, another tea here, and another tea here. It's all herbal teas. They're all caffeine free and they're all made to like help you detox and also get rid of the excess water in your body. Just help you with all the restoration that you need. So like for example, for Gelai, they have different teas. Like for week 1, it's I think Restore, and then week 2 is Revitalize, or I think helping you improve your digestion. It's high in fibers because constipation is very real for your postpartum journey. So it's not just really restoring the chi, but it also has a lot of these like things that you really need. So they have teas that help with also your breastfeeding, so that is why it's also like a lot of liquids. So I take a lot of these different teas all throughout the day. Coming from the hospital until now, every single day I drink a lot of these teas. If it was like a traditional Gelai, you're actually not allowed to drink water. Your water is supposed to be this tea. But then again, we're more modern and I really want to give breastfeeding my best effort, and which is why I cannot say no to water. So you just have to drink warm water, no cold waters. And aside from that, if you notice, Gelai food or the Gelai meals that you eat, they're all very rich in soups. Because again, this is also helping you with your lactation journey, your breastfeeding journey. So you could see like during my week 1, there's a lot of like different meals. Okay, so this is day 1 of week 1 of my Gelai food. So this is Tayoti, which is basically kidney, it's stir-fried kidney, and it's rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, so it's anti-inflammatory and helps repairing of the body of tissues. So it also helps regulate mom's blood pressure and production of red blood cells. And then this one is basically lapu-lapu soup with some, red dates, green papaya, goji berry, good for breast milk production. Lapu-lapu apparently helps with wound healing, so it's really good for post-surgery. So there you go. So day 2, and this is my lunch for today. So this is black chicken, or diongkue in Chinese, and it's got goji berries on it as well. The portion is more than this, but we just made it a smaller portion because that's the only thing I'm gonna eat for lunch. And then I'm gonna eat like whatever's left over for dinner. And this is malunggay soup. So diongkue, if you're not familiar with this, because it's a very Chinese dish, it's something that helps mom become stronger. It's rich in antioxidants, and it's a good source of protein as well. It helps the healing and recovery of the mommy's body. And I've got quinoa here because I need my quinoa. So that is it for today's lunch. And then for week 2, I also got like a huge amount of these meals from Gelai PH. So this is how the deliveries from Gelai PH usually comes. So they deliver, for me at least, every Monday and Wednesday. So they don't deliver every day, and they just deliver all the food. And then I just choose which ones I eat for, let's say, lunch and dinner, and which ones I'm gonna eat the next day. So again, this is for really taking care of your body, making sure that you recover really well. So this is braised squash with minced pork. This is one of the dishes that is super duper famous when you do Gelai. You're always eating some sort of like pigeon. So this is a pot roast pigeon. it's really a whole pigeon, so if your imagination as well, you might not want to stare at it. Chayote again, this is one of the staples. Again, this is kidney, and I eat this even if I'm not doing gelai, so that's super familiar for me. And then we have here black chicken with goji berries. That's my dish the other day. This is chicken red dates with ginger soup, so this is something new. I've never tasted this, so might go for that. This one we don't really know because it's not labeled. From our initial prodding, this looks like it's chicken soup with some sort of veggie, and then they also sent me some bone broth with malunggay, so they sent like 4 of these. So yeah, so you see it's very rich in soups because you want to be always like hydrated, so you know that your milk supply is building up and stuff like that. So yeah, before, in the olden days, it's usually not olden days but until now when people do it, but it's usually the moms and the grandmothers like my mom or my grandmothers or elders like your ninangs who would prepare these gelai food for you. Like a lot of people would send food for you, but because now of the pandemic, of course I don't want my mom to have to like prepare all these things pa and like have to like bring stuff in here pa, and in all honesty I haven't seen her because now we want to keep everyone safe. So yeah, I haven't seen them yet, and so I don't want to hassle them, and it's such a different time now. It's not as easy to send food to one another. Another thing people would do before was they'd go all the way to Ongpit, like downtown, and there are stores there that are really just selling gelai stuff. You would order from them and then get the food from there. But then again, COVID, pandemic issues, so it's just so much more convenient to do everything via gelai.ph. And yeah, they just send me the food twice a week, and that lasts me for the entire week. When it comes to breakfast, it's my sister who just prepares. Like tablea is one of the things that you can take. So dark chocolate, like pure cocoa chocolate. It's actually encouraged for you to drink this like hot chocolate and stuff like that. So for my breakfast, like for one entire week, I was just eating like champurrado made of like tablea. And then for the next week naman, my sister would make me adlay chicken congee. So it's our version of congee, so it's much more healthier. My rice replacement is adlay and quinoa, and I've been doing that for the longest time because rice is a minor intolerance for me, but I still, eat it every now and then. So yeah, so that's how my gelai journey has been. I'm gonna bring you guys with me for my like first washing of the hair and stuff like that, so you guys can see. It is difficult to do gelai, which is why I feel like there's less and less people who's been doing it. You don't have to be Chinese to do it. I've known so many people who don't have any Chinese heritage that believe in gelai as well, and I truly do believe in gelai as well. I've seen the effects too with like other women who've done gelai. I just feel like you feel more energetic faster, you recuperate faster, your body gets revitalized faster. I feel like there are so much more long-term benefits when you do gelai, and that's why I wanted to do it. Again, it depends on you how strict you want to be. It's totally up to you. And I also wanted to share that, if you're doing gelai, you don't have to say no to vegetables and fruits. You just have to research like what are the ingredients that are allowed for you. So just research like Chinese confinement recipes online. Then you'll see a lot of these different ingredients that you can still take. If you're gonna do a gelai as well, then I wish you all the best. Good luck. So yeah, so that is my spiel. It's been a very long spiel. Now it's time to wake Sienna up because it's time to feed her. So that's what I'm talking about. She gets all these like little bumps from like feeling hot and stuff. Look, it's time to feed. Also, her hair is struggling. This is really nice also that she's wearing her halo, so it helps her get longer sleep because like she doesn't get startled by all her like reflexes and stuff, which is like super common for babies, which is why these types of swaddles are really good to help us get a longer sleep. Time to wake up. Love bug. It's time to wake up, love bug. Oh no. So yeah, I hold her with this muslin because we try to keep her sweat at bay so she doesn't get any of those weird spots anymore. I'm just gonna hide from you guys. Don't want to flash you with my boobie. Well, Sienna is feeding on one boob. I'm gonna hackle the other boob just to catch the letdown. When you give birth, you guys saw it on my birthing vlog. Doc Nugid, which is our pediatrician, immediately brought Sienna to my boobie to latch and to do skin to skin. And at that time, I couldn't feel anything because I think the point was really just to do skin to skin and to just try to latch. just start. And then the real journey began after that. So she's supposed to feed on colostrum first. So that's the first drops that come from your boobie. Those are really important. Your milk technically comes in around like day 4 or so. So in the first few days, you're only feeding colostrum really, and you're feeding such a small amount only to your baby because again, their stomachs at that point is just the size of a calamansi anyways. So yeah, the first few days was I was in so much pain, which I was expecting because a lot of the moms have been saying na, labor pains, it's nothing compared to breastfeeding, which again, I feel like you shouldn't be telling other people. I feel like some moms have been telling me that just to make me feel better about like don't be afraid of giving birth. Labor pains is fine. Wait till breastfeeding. So I'm like, am I supposed to be thanking you that something more painful is coming my way that you warned me? But yeah, so breastfeeding is so much more painful, and I knew that going into this, and that's why I really tried to read as much as I can about breastfeeding and how to do a proper latch and all of that and what to expect and stuff like that. On the first 2 to 3 days of breastfeeding, it was such a toe curling experience. Like all 10 toes of mine, every single time Sienna would latch would go, like, and I'm telling you, it's a correct latch, okay? Some people would say, if you're doing breastfeeding properly, breastfeeding is supposed to be pain-free. It's so hard for me to believe because believe me, Sienna was latching properly. All the consultants saw it, all the doctors saw it. She was latching so well, and also like from all the videos that I've been watching, my book, all the classes I've been attending, I knew that my baby was latching so well because my baby is better than all other babies. Just kidding. But yeah, she was latching so well, but it was still so painful. And I understand why it's painful because you go from like zero breastfeeding to something sucking so hard on your nipples. So of course, obviously, it's gonna be painful, right? Because apparently you build some sort of like thicker skin around your areola and your nipple. That's how eventually breastfeeding wouldn't be painful because then you sort of like get calluses. That's how they describe it. Like parang nagkakakalyo yung nipple or areola area mo. So then it becomes like a thicker skin. But before that happens, of course, there's some like cracks that would happen and stuff like that. I've been fortunate. I didn't really bleed or like get a lot of these cracks or whatever because before giving birth, I was already applying like a shitload of Lancino, lanolin all over my areola and nipple na. Because nga, I was scared that my nipples were like too dry for this sort of thing. So I was already prepping so early on. So I feel like that really helped. And also every time after feeding, every single time I would really apply lanolin so much because it is hypoallergenic. You don't really have to wipe it off. So it's completely safe for babies. So I would apply it so much. A huge shout out to Maricel of Parenting Emporium because she was the one who taught me to really like apply a thick amount of lanolin. Like if it weren't for her, I would be applying like just a small amount, like how you would apply skincare, that type of thing. But she was like, no, go really thick. And then also your nipples become so sensitive, like just like the lightest touch, lightest brush of anything, like fabric or whatever, would be so painful, which is why even if I didn't have any letdown yet, I was already using nursing pads or cottony soft breast pads because they felt so good. And yeah, they just felt so much softer and it doesn't irritate my boobies. But then come day 4, it wasn't as toe curling anymore. Like the pain for me was manageable. It wasn't so bad anymore. So I feel like that was a quick learning experience for me at least. I feel like I'm one of the fortunate few to have like, kind of tolerable pain by day 4. And now we're sort of okay. We've gotten our groove. Sienna though sucks like a baby boy, which I've been told because they say that baby boys usually have a stronger latch and they suck stronger. So yeah, she's got such a huge appetite. So we feed so much and that's why her cheeks are still very chubby, which I am proud of. It is my biggest achievement, her cheeks. So if you're a new mom, I highly suggest really reading up on breastfeeding. I'm gonna put here an inset of the breastfeeding book that I was reading. It's really helpful for me. It has helped me avoid problems, early problems that a lot of moms have been warning me. I feel like I've been lucky that I haven't really experienced any engorgement yet or clogged ducts or anything like that. But then again, I am still very early on in my breastfeeding journey. But at least I'm fully aware of this and I'm so careful, which is why I feel like I've been doing pretty okay, I feel. So the Haka that I'm using to catch my letdown as well, I've been really fortunate to get coached by Haka Philippines and Milk and Honey. And they've been telling me that this early on, don't use it as a pump. So it's a very light suction that we're using here. The reason why you don't want to start pumping early is because because you might have an oversupply of milk, which would then lead to engorgement, which is why you try your best to really just follow baby's needs so that then you don't overproduce milk. But if you do have an oversupply, or let's say if you do have like a lot of milk and baby is not able to empty your breast, one of the things that I read on my book was that it's okay to pump, but just pump once a day to just empty your breast. If you keep pumping every time, like more than that, or like every after a feeding session to empty your breast, then for sure you will get an oversupply and for sure you will have engorgement. So just sharing the information that I read on the book. But if you guys have other information, then feel free to share in the comments below, because I am a new mom and I don't claim to know everything, and I just really am following my breastfeeding book religiously and following the advice of a lot of these, in the know moms. And we just finished feeding, so now it's Yanni's turn. It's gonna burp her.
Usually very unsuccessful.
She's very milk drunk though. Every day her face changes. Actually, every hour her face changes. She goes from Asian baby to Caucasian baby to all sorts of looking things. So while Yoni is burping Sienna, I'm gonna show you guys my bruise real quick. So this is how my bruise looks now from the C-section. It's a bikini cut. It's long because Sienna is a big baby. So usually I wear a binder, but in the morning, this is the cream I'm supposed to put on my wound so that it doesn't develop any keloids. I put this twice a day, so once in the morning and once at night. And then I usually wear this binder almost all throughout the day. Like, I don't really take it off. It's a size small, if you guys are wondering. But when I first got operated on, the binder that I was using was a Velcro binder. So that binder was from Mama Way, which I got from Milk and Honey. So I used that binder first because Velcro is just so much more convenient when you're freshly coming out of surgery, like post-op. So, but then after a few days, I switched to this because that one is easier to put on, but is so much more bulkier. And once you're like semi-okay, then this is much more convenient. And also, it's just so much more flattering underneath your clothes. So this is what I wear. But I usually ask Yoni to help me put it. So the fastenings or the hooks are on the sides. Make sure that before you put it in, it's already at the right position because it's hard to reposition once the hooks are all fastened. So this is how the binder looks. Goes all the way until your underwear panty area. But it's okay because it's got hooks here as well, so you don't have to take out the entire thing when you have to pee. So you just remove the hooks there and you're ready to go. It feels like you have extra support because then if you're coming from the surgery, right, it just feels a little bit weird in this area. So it's nice to have a binder just to keep everything in place, like just so you don't have that feeling that all your organs are falling off. So yeah, so that's what the binder is for. Okay, so now that Sienna is back to sleep again, I get to work here. Yoni is actually working there on my makeup table. So that is his makeshift table for now. And then I'm working from my makeshift table, my makeshift dining table as well. So this is how we're able to keep an eye on Sienna while working as well. It's lunchtime. So the hubs gets his burger while I continue my Get Life food. I'm not jealous. I did taste a little bit, full disclosure. But I love my Get Life food. I'm gonna show you like how I do my portioning for my Get Life food. So this is how I portion my food. So again, lots of soup. So we have here my bone broth with malunggay, and then my black chicken with like all these ginseng and herbs and stuff. And then we have here tayo tea, which is kidney, and my quinoa. So that is how I portion my food. And we've got all my teas and my water here. Voila. The poop was dropped. Poop master, report to duty. One last bite.
My lunch break still.
Poop master is reporting to duty.
And yes, we heard some unexpected noise from here.
Deadma.
Ooh, there is now. Oh, switch. What is this Kung Fu outfit?
That is not a kung fu outfit. That is a Uniqlo Muji inspired minimalist outfit.
Excuse me.
I
No
won't
private parts.
Master is in action. We will return after the short break. Sienna is so sleepy still. Nala. Poop Master.
Yes, you're
do
disturbing
your
my
job.
work.
Sorry, sir. All done.
Back to sleep. Hopefully.
What's your theme song love bug every time we change her?
Depends on the mood.
Just so fresh, so clean.
Oh, that's true.
So now that Sienna has pooped and her hair is struggling, she is now ready for feeding again. It's usually what happens when she poops. Her tummy is empty, so she wants to feed again. And then she sleeps again. And then she poops again. And then she pees again. And then she cries again. And then she eats again. And then she sleeps again. And then she poops again. And then she pees again. And then she eats again. And then she sleeps again. So basically, that's just the life of a newborn. And that's also our lives as new parents.
Did you see what a catch?
Yoni was supposed to burp her, but she started crying, so Baby bounced her to the rescue from Baby Bjorn, Yoni's Swedish neighbors. Look at those cheeks. Helps her hair, really. Struggle. Looking at yourself. Oh, is that a smile? Our background music. Yoni is now here to the rescue. We just finished feeding again, and now she's still crying. We also changed her diaper, so we're sure it's not a diaper change, not a food issue. It's just drama. So the hubs is gonna carry her around while I try to go back to work. Okay, so I've now finished working. The laptop is now closed. Sienna is still sleeping. I am also very, very sleepy. It's currently, what time is it, Hubs? 6:26 p.m. and I'm already feeling very sleepy. I woke up pretty early today, that's why. I usually wake up around 5:30, 6 a.m. and which is why I'm currently struggling. I did not take a nap, but yeah, Sienna has been sleeping for 2 hours now. We don't want to wake her up. Usually she gets her nighttime wash. It's not really a full bath, but nighttime wash or a cleansing. Usually around this time, around 5:30 or 6, depends what time she wakes up. But because she's been fussing for a few hours before she fell asleep, we want to let her sleep for a longer time, or at least that's what our midwife Bernadette is recommending, for us to just let her sleep for a while and wait for her to naturally wake up on her own, just so, you know, she gets her full sleep. My eye bags are already struggling. But yeah, we are just waiting for her to wake up, and then we'll get a bath time. The Hubs is also just finished working. Yeah. So yeah, now we're just chilling. Should I take a nap? Maybe I should take a nap. Her eyes are slowly opening. She's gonna wake up any minute now. Look at those chubby cheeks. Yeah. Oh, she smiled. You guys see? She heard Mama's voice. Okay, since Sienna is still fully asleep, I usually do around this time my nighttime ceremonies. But today we're gonna do something special. Gonna finally clean my hair again. So yeah, this is a special day. Some of you may be worried about my wound and how it's healing now that I'm not showering. I do still clean my wound even if I don't shower. It's actually also fully closed, so it's just like a wipe. You just wipe it and then you put the cream and that's it. So it's super like minimal thing. Okay, so back to my hair. So apply until hair is completely wet with this one. Massage into hair, then towel dry thoroughly with a soft absorbent towel. Style in the normal manner. Okay, so let's try it. I actually can still go a number of days without washing. I haven't really sweat or anything, so it's good. Ooh, it's super liquidy. Sayang. Maybe I should put it straight to my hair. Apply straight to your hair until hair is completely wet. So I applied onto my scalp more first because that's what we really want to cleanse. Okay, kailangan completely wet. So now onto the rest. Ooh, it's bubbling off. Oh my gosh. This is so drippy. Am I really not supposed to rinse this? Pops, look at my no rinse shampoo. Look, it looks like a real shampoo. It's like bubbling off.
Wow.
Wow.
Fresh.
Honey woman.
Wow.
Hubsies, what can you say about Getlai as a Western man?
Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't.
Are you bothered by it?
I'm not bothered by it.
Okay.
So far, no smell.
You heard it from here, folks. Okay, the little nugget is waking up. It's time for a bath time. Just in time because Mama just finished washing her hair.
Mama, so fresh. So fresh, so clean.
Now it's baby's turn to be so fresh and so clean. Hold on. Ala, you lost your shoe. Oh, there's the other shoe. Come. We're gonna release you from all of this. It's time for that. Oh, she bumped herself. We'll just wait for Bernadette. Yes, stretch that body. Stretch it. So Sienna is done with her nighttime bath, and as per usual, she is hungry again. So that is it for today's vlog. This is our new routine. After this, we eat dinner and then she eats again, she sleeps, poops, you know, the usual thing. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a very different vlog from my usual. It's my first mommy vlog. And so yeah, lots of changes. I hope to see you guys again on my next vlog. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Bye everyone, see you guys next Saturday.